Hello everybody, how's it going? It's me, Crendor, and welcome back to Crendor Talks in front of a shitty green screen. Today, we're going to be talking about Q World. New World. Got him. Yeah, we're going to be talking about New World. So once you get out of the queues, there's actually a game to be played, believe it or not. But a lot of people have been stuck in the queues for days. They haven't gotten out of it, man. So today I'm going to be giving my opinion on New World, how I've enjoyed it, things I like, things I don't like, and just my overall experience with the game so far. But first, I'd like to thank today's sponsor, NordVPN. Are you not able to play a game or watch a movie or a video because it's restricted in your country? Or maybe geo restrictions aren't allowing you to play on a server? That's alright, because NordVPN has 5,100 servers in 60 countries. You can find a server near you for better speed, or in a faraway location for more content. All you gotta do, you open it up, you go, hey, where do I want to go? Maybe I'm in, Charlotte, North Carolina, and I want to go to Canada, because Canada's got something on, Netflix or whatever. You just click that, all of a sudden, boom, connecting to Canada, and you've done it. You've connected there, and now you can watch Canadian videos until your heart's content. If you want to check out NordVPN for yourself, you can use nordvpn.com/Crendor down in the description below. That's 73% off a 2-year plan and 4 months free if you use code nordvpn.com/Crendor. So, first things first, the character creation is... it's okay. It's pretty bland, honestly. I'm not a big character creation person in general. Like, I enjoy character creation, but, this game essentially is like World of Warcraft character creation. Like, there's very little things you can adjust and do. There's, like, face hair, facial hair, a couple other things. You have, like, tattoos or something. I don't know. So that's that. And then you get into the game, and, there's some combat. Combat's okay, it's a little bit interactive. You gotta do some dodge, little block. You can literally just take a weapon that's really strong and just whack something to and it dies. It's nothing too crazy. And then you have like a couple abilities you can choose between. So I'm like, alright, whatever. The big thing of this game for me is crafting. Because it reminds me a lot of like Albion Online, or things like RuneScape, just any game where it's very crafting economy centric, and that's actually the thing that has made me enjoy it so far. I've heard the PvP is really good down the line, towards the end game. I've heard the PvE is not that great, although I will say a lot of times with MMORPGs when they first come out, the PvE is not that great. Even you go back in time, like WoW had pretty bad PvE late game. It was like, what, Molten Core? I don't even know if Molten Core launched with the game or not. I think they patched in stuff. So, I'd give them at least a few patches before you write off the endgame PvE. But, yeah, my big thing is just crafting. I've been loving it. I've been fishing. I'm a level 17 fisherman right now. The fishing system, cast your line. It's pretty solid. I've enjoyed it. I will say the most annoying thing with fishing is every time I start fishing, I always forget that it tells you, like, hey, you're about to catch a fish. And I think that's like the thing where I'm like, whoa. So I'm waiting, and it's like, you're about to catch a fish. And I'm like, whoa, and I pull it, and I'm like, that's right, I gotta wait. So, because I'm used to other games like, Animal Crossing, where it kind of bobbles, and it's like, bloop. It doesn't go like, hold on, fish is coming. So it kind of throws me off, but then I get used to it, so it's, it's not like a big deal or anything. So I've enjoyed that. A lot of different types of fish as well. It feels like you have to delve into all the crafting a little bit. You can't just, in Final Fantasy or something, be like, I'm just gonna do fishing, and that's all you do. It feels like you actually have to do at least a little bit of all the other professions. So there's, woodworking, there's picking up rocks, there's mining, there's there's a whole bunch of stuff. You can make clothes, tailoring. There's like leather working. It's the cooking. I've mainly been doing cooking and fishing, but I have been doing the other things too, because it also gives experience. So it's like, why not, right? And it's gonna help you out in different ways. So why not delve into everything a little bit? So that's been pretty neat. It is hard to level up some things, like cooking has been a little bit difficult because I'm like, I gotta get meat, and there's like a billion people killing everything, so you have to like go around and be like, all right, I gotta get this thing, but it's dead, so I'll wait for it to respawn. People are doing it for quests, so it's like right now it's just there's so many people doing so many things that it's hard to get some of the things done. I will say when I play later at night, that calms down a lot, so if you can stay up late, there you go. That's one way to get around it. And I've enjoyed I just enjoy the launch of, I think, any big new game, like an MMORPG, for example, where everybody's playing it, right? I have a bunch of friends playing it, streamer friends. You make a guild, everybody's like, oh, this is crazy, this is new, this is fresh. But then usually in about 1 to 2 weeks, the interest goes like, right, it crashes. It happens with even Shadowlands, right? I mean, think back to Shadowlands. Everyone, like, I made videos on this channel being like, dude, I love Shadowlands. Like, I was playing with friends, we were doing a whole bunch of stuff, I was questing, we were raiding, and everyone was like, dude, Shadowlands is pretty great. And then you get like a few weeks in, and everyone's like, I don't really want to play this anymore. Right? And then you think, like with New World, of course, everybody's playing it right now. A whole bunch of people are streaming it. It was like one of the most streamed games. And then, but you wait a few weeks. Is that going to be the case? Is it going to still be up there? Are people still like, man, this is great? Or are people going to be like, it was fun, but new game came out. And then everyone's like, woo, and they just diverge into the new game. Right? I do think it has a good place because unlike some of the other MMORPGs that have come out, it does kind of fit that niche of, like I mentioned earlier, like an Albion Online. And while Albion Online or like a RuneScape is, I guess, it's not 3D, right? This feels a little more like Albion mixed with like Skyrim or something. I don't even want to say Skyrim, but that was like the first thought that came to my mind, like that type of game. So it is nice having like this big open world style of that kind of game, I guess is a good way to put it. And I do like all the professions I've done so far. So that has been pretty solid. And honestly, I'm playing it more than I thought I would be playing it. Because I played it a bit in the beta, and I was like, it's okay. And then I was like, I don't know if I'm going to play it, but I think everybody else playing it got me to play it more. But I would say another thing that kind of bothers me is the UI. I don't know if anybody else noticed this, but the UI just feels old. like it's like 2009. Like I'm like we're going back a while. Maybe 2008. Like I just go back. Just even like the chat box down there. It's like everything's like blah, 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 and like giant text, and I'm like, what? Like I feel like WoW's chat box is better, and it's from like 2005. I don't know. It just feels really clunky. Even like the experience bar being at the bottom, and then the levels like right over here. I keep being like, what level am I? And I'm like, oh yeah, I gotta look down here. Like it's just, I feel like the UI can be improved. And there's definitely some other stuff with the UI, but even like the auction house was confusing. So I'm like, wait, okay, I gotta do buy orders, but like nobody's selling anything. There's no sell orders, or I don't know. It's just confused. Like being able to search for things feels like I'm going out of my way to try and find stuff. Because I'm like, okay, can I only sell to people who have put up buy orders, or can I put a sell order and then other people can buy it through those sell orders? It's like, it's kind of confusing. That's how I felt. Somebody might be like, I figured it out. But like, there's probably plenty more people like me, like, what's going on? So I would say, that's another thing. But outside of those things, I think it's a pretty solid, okay game. I don't think it's like breaking any barriers. Like some people are like, hey, everybody's playing that New World. Should I hop on the New World? Is this the big thing? Like, it's okay. It's fun. It's not bad, but is it gonna last? I don't know. Time will tell. But it's I've seen plenty of games where you don't have to be the biggest game, right? You don't have to be the World of Warcraft or the Final Fantasy. I mean, look at some games like Guild Wars. Guild Wars has been around a long-ass time. And, you know, they never been the biggest game. And I love playing Guild Wars now. It's great. I still play Guild Wars. I've been trying to, you know, get some stuff done there. And then, I mean, look at EVE Online. EVE Online's been around forever, and that's a game where, you know, it's a very niche thing. So, I mean, if you target a niche concept like, or even Albion Online, right? Like, if you target something like that where it's like, you know what, this is PvP mainly and, like, gathering. You know, focus on something. I think that helps the game out quite a bit instead of trying to cover your bases and be like, we do all these things well. Like, do some things well, and then maybe down the line you can focus on those other things and add that in. But trying to do it all at once, I think, is a mistake. So I think it's good that they're doing this this way. So let me know what you think down in the comments section down below. And I will see you next time. Okay? Okay. See ya.